Okay, it is 6:30. I'll call this meeting of council to order and acknowledge that the city of Winkler is situated on Treaty 1 land, the home of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji-Cree, Dakota, Dene peoples, and the homeland of the Métis Nation. We respect the treaties that have been made on these territories and acknowledge that there have been harms and mistakes in the past. Today, we dedicate ourselves to a future based on respect of all people, including Indigenous communities, in a spirit of reconciliation and collaboration, moving forward to a harmonious, prosperous future together. Be it resolved that the agenda for the regular council meeting of August 13th, 2024 be adopted. Mover?
Andrew.
Second.
Peter.
I will also note that Councillor Platt is not in,
He's going to be
in
delayed.
chambers today. He's joining us virtually. I will ask Marvin that you vote audibly each time we have a vote so that we can also cast you. And if you make comments and run to get into a move and motion situation, that you are quick, because the guys in council are very fast today. Very fast. There we go. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the minutes of the regular council meeting of July 23rd, 2024 be adopted. Mover?
Don Reason.
Second.
Don't fair.
Michael got it.
Okay, way to go, Michael.
Any comments or thoughts on those minutes?
No, I should have prepared myself more for that one. I would have read to the check register a little bit more in detail, but that's on me.
We'll get to those in a moment and give you an opportunity to speak there if you'd like.
Oh, this one I read.
Okay,
The last meeting didn't. I asked you about them later.
gotcha. All in favor?
Marvin?
Carried. There is a little tiny bit of a delay from Peter Lougheed country apparently, but we'll let Marvin catch up as we go. Continuing then into finance. Be it resolved that accounts payable in the amount of $10,056,588.89 as approved by the Finance Committee be approved for payment. Mover?
Andrew.
Second.
Peter.
As always, your check register is attached if you have questions.
City of Brandon, 67,000. What's that one for?
Assuming our police call center.
911 calls.
911. Okay.
How about Chad Auto Repair, 67K?
The police department usually gets their vehicle serviced there.
That's what are they building, a race car?
No, that one got
You will note that it was voided.
Well, I didn't know if that was the
Yeah.
top one or the bottom one.
No,
So,
looks like a duplicate entry, but it is a voided check as well.
oh, okay, I thought it was the top, the next one was the void check. Okay, sorry.
Not seeing anything further. All in favor?
How is it that delayed?
Carried, even without Marvin's voice. Be it resolved that the Winkler Police Board minutes and supporting documents for the July 10th, 2024 meeting be adopted. Mover?
Andrew.
Second.
I'll help out.
Thank you very much. Andrew, is there any comments out of that report and what we see?
Nothing major to really report on. Stats are fairly consistent year over year. They did some more training, as you see there, and getting out in the community as much as they can.
Very nice.
But
And you said goodbye to a long-term board member?
we did, that's right.
John
And then
Newfelt,
welcome another one back that used to be on there.
which
So
is also very nice. It's nice to have that level of support coming back, but it is difficult to lose somebody who's been there as long as John had.
yep.
Thank you very much, John Newfelt, for your years of service on that board and your contributions over the years.
And welcome back, Shirley.
Exactly. Not seeing other comments, all in favor? Carried.
Marvin?
Uh-oh.
I see that
We're all locked
our
out.
Catalyst is once again
Oh
giving
my
us
goodness.
a challenge. Be it resolved that the fire department report for July 2024 be adopted. Mover?
Don Fair.
Second.
Andrew?
Go ahead.
Michael got it. Andrew?
Yep.
Is there any, you've had a chance to read them. Have you got any comments at this point?
Well, the number of calls are going up in July from last year, July, which it seems like this year in particular, unless I get out more this year, but it seems like the sirens are going a lot more than what
It seems.
what they normally do. So, yeah, but they're out there, which is good that they're responding to accidents and possible emergencies. And they're also, what they're doing in this month is doing a lot of extra training. So,
Excellent. Okay. All in favor? Carried. We'll move that
Marvin?
to transportation and utilities. Bylaw number 2283-22, traffic and parking schedule A.
Don't quit too much, you're gonna get kicked out.
Yep. Maybe.
forbidden.
Jody, if you can maybe help us with that, seeing as how we don't have access
Yeah.
to it
I
right
think
now.
that one was just for, parking on both sides, no parking on both sides of, Pembina Avenue, that was the
That
addition.
was the scheduling, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you refresh, Henry?
I can certainly try.
I tried, didn't work.
Oh, now we're in.
We're in.
Technology has bailed us out again.
Yeah, the shared notes there make the note that
Detail.
of the intention of the update there for Pembina Avenue.
Excellent. In that case, be it resolved that amendments to Schedule A of bylaw number 2283-22, the traffic and parking bylaw be approved. Mover.
Andrew?
Second.
Don Friesen.
Marvin?
We'll give
Marvin?
that one to Marvin.
Yeah, give it to
got the
Marv,
second.
yeah.
Any thoughts or comments on that?
Nope.
I will say thank you for detailing the changes. If we had run through it and tried to find it, it would have been an overwhelming document. So it's nice to have the changes noted so that we can more quickly follow. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that the Swamp Board meeting minutes for the June 23rd, 2024 meeting be received for information. Mover?
Peter?
Second.
Michael?
Comments, Peter?
We have purchased 120 acres to extend the life of the landfill directly to the east, so that is completed. The ink is dried on that document. And we also officially have the name Swamp registered, that we're an actual entity now, so that's good. And the guys have been working hard, and through all the muck and the mud they had this spring. A couple of staff changes, but full speed ahead.
That land, you're not gonna use, you're gonna rent that out for a few years first?
Oh,
or what?
yeah, a
Okay,
number of years, yep.
okay.
No, we won't use it till we need it.
Like, and you won't plan to move that treatment cell that's there on the east side either, will you?
No,
Okay.
no, that's gonna stay. At least that's the plan for now.
Okay.
Still a strong budget there?
Yep.
Additional thoughts or comments? All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that council approves subdivision number 4463-24-8399, subject to a registered party wall agreement on each title and a building location certificate confirming that property boundaries align with the common walls. Mover.
Don Friesen.
Second.
Don Fair.
Okay. It's attached there. Jody, is there anything we need to be aware of or no?
Pretty straightforward, taking two existing lots to establish four lot to accommodate a fourplex development, so
Any concerns reported?
no concerns, no.
And the development agreement, the conditions have been shared with the developer?
I believe so, Steph? Yeah, yes.
Okay. Additional questions? Comments, concerns? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. We will then move into our hearings. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council recess for the purpose of holding public hearings. Mover.
Michael?
Second.
Peter?
All in favor? Carried. We'll move straight then into conditional use number CU 2024-010-910 Adora Avenue. Jody?
Okay, so we have a few public hearings, as always for them. If anyone here wants to speak to them, we'd ask you to come up to the mic and state your name and address, and then you can speak to the matter, direct your comments towards the chair. So the first public hearing is for conditional use 2024-010. Applicant 890 Construction on behalf of owner 2303809 Manitoba Limited, located at 910 Adora Avenue. And here the request is in order to construct 3 principal use buildings on one lot prior to subdividing as a bare land condo, which makes it a planned unit development. So this is in the SI or service industrial zone. And our office has not received any objections to this application. And you also have a report to council that has been attached. The recommendation from staff is to approve, subject to city approval of engineered grading and servicing plans and compliance with the low-vis Clover Creek standards.
Okay, thank you, Jody. Is there anybody here in chambers who'd like to speak to it?
Just here to listen.
Okay, we'll note that there is somebody here as the proponent if questions are needed to be asked. Council?
Nope.
We'll then move to be it resolved that the public hearing for conditional use application number CU 2024-010 at 910 Adora be closed. The mover?
Andrew?
Second.
Michael?
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that council approve conditional use number CU 2024-010, subject to city approval of engineered grading and service plans and compliance with low-vis Clover Creek standards. Mover.
Don
Peter.
Chair?
Don got
Yeah,
it, Pete
I'll
got the
take the
second.
second, yeah.
Again, I will ask if our proponent is aware of the conditions that we'll be placing on this.
Okay.
Any additional comments or questions?
No.
All in favor? And that is carried.
Here we go again.
So we'll move then into hearing for bylaw number 2318-24. Jody.
Yeah, this is an amendment to our zoning bylaw, and you have attachments there that outline the changes. I think the vast majority, if not all of these, were accepted by the planning committee at the June 11th meeting. We also have Stephanie Jantz, our planning manager, here. If you have any questions about any of those changes, you can certainly request further information.
I do exit stairs and balconies, not permitted in the front. Is that separate from a deck or from any door stairs?
You're talking about that section 2.7?
Like the first page, exterior stairs and balconies, the third from the bottom. This is not permitted.
Okay, yeah.
So currently, that's also not permitted. It's actually referred to as fire escapes presently.
Okay.
And in consultation with MSTW and some slight changes to the terminology in the code, they felt it was just a more accessible language to simply refer to balconies and exterior staircases.
So is like a front patio or a deck, that's called something different then?
Like, this is referring to projections, so something that sticks out from sort of the the building walls themselves, so they're assessed differently. Basically, a balcony needs to, with a roof, it has the ability to be enclosed very easily into a 3 or 4 season sunroom, and for that reason, it needs to comply with the setback of the home or the principal dwelling.
Okay.
It's not a permitted projection in the same way that an overhang would be.
Okay.
So a veranda and those types of things could be looked at as an unenclosed or unsheltered porch under that first box in the table.
Okay.
Okay. For those who may be watching online, that was Stephanie Jans, the City of Winkler Planning and Permitting Manager. Additional questions or thoughts?
Maybe one thing to note,
Please, Jody.
that you have, but maybe not everyone would be aware, there are some changes here to temporary signs. So this amendment, if accepted, would allow some temporary signs to be permitted on public property, which previously had not been or had not officially been. One example would just be real estate signs. Like, we've always allowed them, but technically, you know, if you looked at the nitty-gritty of the zoning bylaw, there was nothing really to allow for that.
Didn't it?
And
It
another,
used to have comments on that.
I
It
don't-
made them exempt, I believe.
I think this was excluded. And so it just needs to be updated for that reason. And then another example would be garage sale signs. Like, those were not permitted,
Correct.
but yet we didn't really enforce on that. And so, you know, we want to take the approach that if we don't, if we're never going to enforce on them, then why don't we allow it?
Yeah.
There's still some timing restrictions and everything, but we need to make it, if we're going to allow it, it should be official that we're
Yeah.
allowing it.
And that is the big change there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the sign by law?
Further down, close to the end.
Yeah, that's on the third page, number 12.
Not seeing any questions or comments. Andrew, do you want a couple of seconds to look for
I don't
it?
know. That's fine. Just, I was sure I've seen that in there before, but maybe not.
I believe you have on the realtor signs, they used to be exempt as well. The garage sale signs are specifically added now.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Real estate was. Yeah, okay.
Signage.
Go ahead, Steph.
So currently, under section 6.2 of our zoning bylaw, there's a section that deals with temporary signs on private property, and another section that refers to temporary signs on public property, which includes real estate signs, subject to
Yeah,
certain
right here, yeah.
criteria.
Yep.
That's the difference.
This amendment is a bit of a reorganization of information. The intent is to clarify that a temporary sign needs, whether it's on private or public property, needs to be less than 16 square feet to not require the same type of a permit that a large portable temporary mobile sign would,
Makes sense.
which is allowed to be much larger. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thank you. Additional comments? Be it resolved that public hearing for bylaw number 2318-24 be closed. Mover.
Andrew.
Second.
Dawn.
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that bylaw number 2318-24 to amend the zoning bylaw be read a second time. Mover?
Michael?
Second.
Peter.
Comments or questions?
Nope.
All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that bylaw number 2318-24 to amend the zoning bylaw be read a third and final time. Mover?
Don Friesen?
Second.
Michael?
Final questions or thoughts? All in favor? Carried.
I'll excuse myself for the next one. It could be
Okay.
perceived conflict.
Let's let the minutes show that Councillor Fraze declared a perceived conflict and is stepping out of chambers. Now that he is gone, we'll move into public hearing for variance number VA 2024-016 at 911 Adora Avenue. Jody.
Yes, applicant Kevin Brown, on behalf of owner Centennial Supply, as noted at 911 Adora Avenue. The request here is to reduce the required number of parking stalls. Originally, and you'll see in the application, it was from 14 to 5. Purpose is to construct a 13,750 square foot shop for indoor storage in the SI zone. No objections have been received by our office. You will have a report to council as well as some shared notes that we've added, which have been updated recently, so I'm just going to quickly go through those. Yesterday, we received a revised site plan from the applicant, which showed the 10 parking stalls, which we were looking for, and I was looking for as the designated officer. So we've done a brief review of that, and we're recommending as staff to approve the resolution as written, which approves the variation with the 10 parking stall. Having said that, we haven't done an official review of the revised site plan. There may be other, there could be variances or other things needed to give feedback. But in terms of this variance for the parking, staff is recommending approval.
Okay. Is there anyone here wishing to speak to this? Here specifically to answer questions, maybe? Correct. Fair enough. Council, do we have questions of the proponent?
No.
I do not. Makes sense.
You see your report to council there as well.
Yep.
Be it resolved that public hearing for variation application number VA 2024-016 be closed. Mover.
Andrew?
Second.
Don?
Don Fair got the second. All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that council approve variance number VA 2024-016, subject to the provision of a minimum of 10 on-site parking stalls in compliance with Winkler zoning bylaw parking and aisle specifications. Mover.
Michael.
Second.
Don help out.
Don Fair got that one again.
Why we're quick today.
I would suspect that the proponent is aware of the condition as it's been added.
Yeah, they're the ones that gave the revised site plan yesterday.
Perfect.
So, yep,
So they're aware of these things and have provided a site plan that addresses them.
yep.
Council, do we have any further questions?
So that's changing from 5 to 10?
That's right.
Okay. Either way.
No further questions? All in favor? Carried. Be it resolved that public hearings be adjourned and regular council reconvene. Mover.
Andrew?
Second.
Michael.
All in favor? Carried. We will have a meeting that lasts till about 10 or 10:30 tonight. You guys are welcome to stick around.
Oh, too bad the doors are closed.
Oh, yeah.
Council, there was also on that very.
I'll ask you to come to the microphone, please state your name and
My name is Evan. I'm representing EPC, the general contractor on this project. On that variation request, there was also a request for a second driveway to be added. I wasn't sure if there was another variation that had come through with it. We're looking for two 49-foot driveways on this property, one exiting on Norland and one exiting to Adora.
I think the driveways that can be approved outside of council.
Okay.
And we were looking, yeah, we were okay with the two
Okay.
driveways. I think there's some final things to be decided. I don't know that the site plan had dimensions. So, for example, the driveway we measure at the widest point, so that
Right.
includes the flares.
Yep.
So as long as those are at 49 feet, then you're good. But as far as the two driveways, yes, there's approval for that.
Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure that was put in. Thank you very much.
basically what happens is major variations show up at this table.
Yep.
And minor variations in some of the bookkeeping things and show up at the designated officers table, which is why it didn't quite hit ours. But
No, no problem at all. Thank you very much.
good to ask, always. We'll move then to questions from the media or public relevant to this meeting of council.
Want to let Peter in?
Oh,
Proud of Peter?
see you guys.
Yeah.
Not seeing anything here. Wendy, have we got anybody online with a question? We do not. I'll give Peter enough time to get back here so we can adjourn. Be it resolved that this regular meeting of council be adjourned. Mover,
Peter?
Peter. Second.
Well done.
Andrew.
Nope, Marvin got you.
Marvin,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, Marvin.
Marvin was a little too
You got the
fast.
chop going there.
All in favor? We are adjourned. Have a good evening, all. We are clear, Wendy?
Yeah, we're good.
Thank you.